Walking on the moon. One moment to escape. You're walking on the moon. I've never been. Dance again. All our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel when you take me to some levels that I've never been.
And here we are, everyone. Welcome to NECC week. Oh, what week is? Oh, it's playoffs. So, week 2 of playoffs. Today we have the South Dakota Mines Hard Rockers versus the UMT Grizzlies. This is a series that has happened before in NECC, not in playoffs though. So, I'm very interested to see how this goes. My name is alyz today. I'm going to be the only commentator for this stream because people are busy or whatever. Not really. But we are going to get into the stream about as soon as we can. We don't really have any recaps from the last matchup just because I guess we don't have them. But just to look at the team rosters again, we've seen them before, but we're going to get a quick refresher because it's been a few weeks, a few months even, I think. Gosh, time flies. But the starting roster on the Hard Rockers side is going to be the captain, Perchance, alongside Trees and Jado21, with Hambungus as a substitute, the GOAT himself. Everyone sleeps on a Hambungus. Can't dare. And it looks like on the UMT Grizzly side, we have our captain, Duck, alongside Chigiri and Heikru. I've had him before. I've said his name before, but like that, I'm sorry. And then we have Volumed Fish 9, who it says Volumed Ish 9, but like it has been Volumed Fish before. We don't know who this person is. We have an alien, perhaps, as a substitute, but we also have Beamish as a substitute, and that doesn't seem like an alien name to me. Although the beam part could be. It could be alien. Yeah, tractor beam, exactly. But looking right before we get in, or while we wait for this match to get set up, I'll give out some quick predictions. Just me and all of my biases. The time that this has happened before was a best-of-5 matchup in which UMT won in Game 5. This time it's a best-of-7 matchup, so it's going to be a little bit different. And it's a tough matchup to call because it was a close matchup last time. I'm going to show absolutely no bias here, no bias whatsoever, and I'm going to predict Hard Rockers take it in Game 7, overtime, nail-biter off probably the dumbest goal that has ever happened in Rocket League history. That's my exact prediction, and it's exactly what's going to happen. Totally unbiased. I'm definitely not saying this as a student of Mines. Not at all. This is entirely my professional opinion because I'm a professional and not a Mines student. But with that being said, I think while we wait for this game to get set up, we're just going to go to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're just going to be here. We're going to be starting very shortly. In fact, maybe even in the next couple minutes. But if we want to just throw over to a quick break just so we get things set up, that sounds great.
You lift me off of the ground. I close my eyes and I wait for the come down. I used to live in the now. Now I'm wiser to think that we are bulletproof. Teens with thicker skin, now we just bruise. We were hopeless and we're hopeless now, but I remember we threw our fists in the air, singing. I remember when we were kids, never scared, yeah. And the sky went dark, we used our hearts to guide us. You showed me you care, and I remember, yeah, I remember. I remember. us now, but I remember we threw our fists in the air singing. I remember when we were kids, never scared, yeah. And the sky went dark, we used our hearts to guide us. You showed me you care, and I remember, yeah, I remember.
Ooh. Well, thanks to our stream for letting me know about that fantastic little go trick as we get back into this game. We are starting off best of 7 series, South Dakota Mines versus the UMT Grizzlies. This is going to be probably a bit of a filler game just for game 1. You know, easy as you like. Best of 7 series are long. It's 7 games and you have to win 4 to advance. So generally speaking, a lot of teams will use game 1 as a sort of no real punishment type game. Maybe score some cool goals here and there. We like to see those. But regardless, we're going to see how they go along. We have Jado probably missing the net. He probably wanted to shoot that on, just gets a little bit wide. But Mines holding up a little bit of pressure in the start of this game 1. Been a bit of a back and forth boomer ball type game, which you can usually expect in game 1 of best of 7s, but I don't know. We'll have to see which team wants to come out with the pressure, come out with maybe the statement goals of the series, try and get at least some momentum going. And it looks like UMT are trying to secure that right now as we have players diving at the ball left and right, just trying to keep possession in the blue half for the UMT. And they seem to be doing it so well so far. A few shots on net have been dangerous, and this one's going to be in. Volume Fish 9 with probably the greatest car I've ever seen. That is an absolutely gorgeous Scarab. Shoots one in right over Perchance's head. He was very close to getting the save, but UMT go up 1 goal in game 1 so far. Oh, Volume Fish trying to get another one. Duck taking it from him. Ball is again in the blue half. This is not where Mines want to be. They're trying to get the ball past, but they keep getting beat to the ball. Finds its way into the orange half so far. We'll see if they can do anything with it. Perchance, probably I'd say one of the standout players despite being the captain of this series, because as a player, I know him to be, I don't want to say inconsistent, but generally he has his days. He has his on days and he has his off days. And we'll have to see in the series if he can pull out some of those amazing pre-flips, some of those wacky goals that he's known for. And, I mean, generally, if we can see all of Mines going for this, they're known for their wacky, fast passing play goals, the goals that you can't really explain. And I think that's why they're one of the most entertaining teams I've ever known to watch, because they just do stuff. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. And we love to see it. Game still 0-1 for Mines going into halftime. It's still game 1. Again, feeler game. Anything can happen, and people generally shrug it off. But, I mean, in a best-of-7 series, you're probably going to win the first game. It's generally better than losing the first game. So, Mines trying to take possession. A great pass out to Trees. Jado getting a 50. It goes over to Perchance. He gets past 1. Can he get past 2? He gets 50 out. And as Duck gets a demo, perhaps a little bit of pressure is going to be alleviated for UMT. The ball's kind of just bouncing in the middle here. I mean, for game 1, I can kind of expect that. Both teams are just going to want to see what each other do, which can usually lead to maybe slower plays, maybe some more just awkward plays in general that neither team really expects or that neither team can really perpetuate. But that is not a big deal either way, but Haker wants to make it 2 goals. Perchance says no just yet, but he gets bumped away and Jado is there. Low boost, but he's able to get it in. Trees has to make his save. He gets it to the side. Duck's going to be looking to shoot, but Perchance is there. The diving in defense is just firing on all cylinders, and it's like 4 minutes into the series, guys. Calm down. Jado almost gets one on target, and Perchance couldn't quite find the follow-up. Trees getting a flip into 1. Still one on the backboard, though. Or not on the backboard, in net. Duck getting some pretty great pressure relief goals for the UMT team. Mines, if I know them at all, they're really good at getting that just consistent pressure on, finding passes, just not letting the other team do anything what they want to do. And I think Duck knows that pretty well, considering he's played against this team before, for 5 games too. I think everyone on this pitch at least knows a little bit of how the other players are going to play. And that might play into how the series goes, you know? With a best-of-7 series with experience under your belt, I really do wonder who's going to try and just capitalize on the strengths and weaknesses of each other. Maybe the most, I guess. The ball has found its way onto the blue side. Nothing really threatening. Trees takes it up, tries to get it one out mid. Hakru with a nice little pre-jump there. Perchance does get a dunk. The clock is ticking down to 0 seconds, and Mines will need to score one, but the bumps coming out from Duck are lethal. Perchance can keep it up for now, but can he keep it up further? No, he can't. And it looks like Grizz Maroon, UMT, are going to take game 1. And with all that being said, again, I've said it probably 5 times already, and I'll continue to say it for the rest of my life. Game 1s and best of 7 are somewhat insubstantial, I suppose, but UMT taking game 1 is definitely going to be a boost in probably their momentum as a team. It's going to be a boost in their confidence, perhaps. But generally, I think we're going to see how this perpetuates further from probably the least important game in the series to what I would consider the most important game of the series. Game number 2, we're getting into it right now. The reason why I say game number 2 is the most important in a series is because, I mean, it's more important in a best of 5, but if you go up 2 games with no response if you go down 2 games with no response as a team, that's a crushing blow to your confidence and to your chances of winning the series, because that puts you in a pretty dangerous spot. Only 2 games to lose and 4 games to win. So Mines are definitely going to want to see what they can do in game 2. Try and get a win back, bring it up to basically a best of 5 series. Scary defense coming out from Mines as Trees has to do it all himself. He does manage to take it away pretty nicely, though. Tries to keep possession, but gets challenged for it by the ever-present Hakru, who's just using all of his boost to do anything he can to get Perchance away from the ball. Doesn't quite work as the ball does go into the orange half. UMT does have possession, though. Ooh, Jado tried to find something, but probably the slowest player on Mines. Might I say that's not an insult. It's just a type of play style. You can play very slow and do very well. That's been shown by Itachi in RLCS, who is my personal favorite player of all time. But this isn't RLCS. This is Rocket League. Back to the game now. Oh, a bit of a backflip coming out from Volume Fish. It's a little bit dangerous, but he's able to get a somewhat safe touch out, and maybe a bit of a Mickey Mouse touch out to mid, but he'll take it easily. Ball's still in Mine's favor, though. They're definitely trying to amp up that pressure and get some more shots on net, as there goes one perfectly shot in by Trees. You can't ask for better placement off of that. Yeah, Hakru diving out of the way, and I mean, to his credit, Duck made a great effort at saving that, but with a shot that well placed, good luck to you. And Mines will go up 1-0 in game 2. UMT almost looking for the immediate counterattack as a bump goes on to Perchance there. But they're able to take it away easily, and Trees almost on a great counterattack, but Volume Fish was there. The ball, I don't think I've seen the ball go any slower than about 79 kilometers per hour so far, as it just rockets back and forth on the other side of the field, and Trees able to make it 2, the first player in the series so far to score 2 goals. Jado tried to get one with a great unintentional fake on Duck, and Trees just had a great banger shot to just put it in the right side of the net, and Mines will go up 2. 2 goals in a game, by the way, is a very nice score to go up by, because it means that if the other team counterattacks quickly or gets a maybe a strange goal, it's not the end of the world because you're still up by then. Definitely a spot that Mines want to be in, maybe a little bit less, as I probably cast a curse that Hakeru puts one in off of Trees is clear and Volume Fish's counterattack right back. Hakeru, questionable if he actually did a whole lot for that goal, as he kind of just skims right by it, but the fake was good enough, and UMT cut their loss in half in Game 2. Oh my gosh, the dunks from UMT onto Mines have been quite lethal already. Nothing too much to show for it in Game 2, but it's definitely led to some pressure coming out from Orange that has been hard for Blue to deal with so far. They've dealt with it sufficiently, but I mean, the more that pressure mounts, the worse that you can do. Hakeru puts in 2, equating Trees' goals so far. 2 minutes left and the game is tied, and UMT have just upped the gas. They're going all gas, no brakes. I don't think I've seen the ball leave the blue half in the past 2 minutes. This is deadly. Mines, you're going to have to come up with something real quick before you stop this incredible pressure comeback. Jade almost tried to get one himself, but perchance, can he get up quick enough? He gets enough from one touch. It's still a little dangerous as the ball comes rocketing back into the blue half. Trees is there easily to put it away. He does get the clear over Volume Fish. Can he keep possession, though? He can't quite. Hakeru taking it up, gets past 1. He's past 2 now. He has Jado to beat, but Jado with a great little pre-jump. You can just see the absolute pressure coming out from UMT. A miss comes out from Duck, though. Let's see if Mines can take advantage of that. Perchance out, trying to pass it mid maybe, but Hakeru was ready for it. He goes for a flip reset, gets it past Jado, and Duck is there to score it in. And I mean, the Grizzlies have just shown a great way of how to come back from a 2-goal deficit. Getting past Jado and just giving you an easy net. Mines are going to have to come up with a way to combat this, or else they'll be going down 2 games in a best-of-7 series, which isn't the end of the world, but it's not a position you want to be in. Big clear coming out, and can Trees get back for it? No, we can't. Hakeru, being the MVP of this series, scoring a hat trick for the UMT Grizzlies. Banger clear right out back, just caught Trees with low boost on the rotation back, and he couldn't quite get the save. And wow, all of a sudden, a pretty dominant game from Mines has turned into a dominant game from UMT. Just from some crazy clears, from some great passes, from some amazing mechanics, from some amazing demos. UMT have showed that they just want to be done with this series, and it's up to Mines to, I guess, counterattack and see if they can draw the series out further and try and take the win for themselves. It's not impossible, especially if you're Duck and you're accidentally going wide on shots like that, but it's far from easy, especially if the Orange team is putting up goals against you, but maybe Jado is the one. Oh, wow. I was talking about, like, how to come back from this, and Jado just shows us perfectly. You know, 1v3, right down the center. Easy as you like. Jump with the ball, flick it. That's all you need. Everyone goes for all these crazy flip resets and passing plays and stuff like that. Jado's here to show us how it's really done. Maybe Treesward is there to show us how it's done again. You saw that flick over 1. There was just 1 to beat, and he couldn't quite get there. Mines all of a sudden have a lot of pressure going into the Orange half. Maybe I spoke too soon, though. Can Jado get a clear out back? It's a little bit weak, and there are Orange players there, but it's a bit of a lackluster counterattack as the ball quickly goes into the Orange half. Trees off the back. We're trying to find 1, but he can't find either, and the net's going to be open for Orange to score on. And there's 4 seconds. It's effectively all but over. You need to have an absolute miracle if your Mines in this game too, but I mean, if you saw what I just saw, maybe a miracle's not going to come to Mines. It all but looks like UMT are going to take this game number 2, which puts Mines down to 0-2 in the best-of-7 series. I will remind everyone that there's still 4 games for the winning team to, of course, win in this series. So it's not the end of the world, but, I mean, if you're Mines, you need to find something quickly. If you go down 3 games in this best-of-7 series by Game 3, you have to reverse sweep, and best of 7 reverse sweeps are ridiculously rare. They to the point where they don't really happen. They happen, but not really. And against a team that's been playing as well as this UMT team, you're going to need to find out a new strategy. We'll see what they have in this game 3, kind of the do or die game for Mines. We'll have to see. I can't quite say for themselves. I'm not listening in on their comms or anything like that, but I mean, what I'd want to see from Mines is just return of that hyper-aggressive, hyper-fast play that they haven't shown early on. Jado getting not the touch he wanted out, and Hakeru able to immediately capitalize on that in 6 seconds, going up 1 goal. Mines are in a really sticky situation here. Again, it's not the end of the world, but maybe if UMT win this next game, it might as well be. So we're going to have to see what they do from that. Ooh, Jado getting a bit of a beat out there, and maybe a questionable goal coming out, or questionable defense coming out from Mines. Ooh, Jado with just a bit of a getting dunked, actually. So that's what happened. And Perchance was not able to react in time. I don't blame him for that. But with 2 goals up in only 20 seconds, it's not the end of the world for Mines, but with, what is it? Almost 7 unanswered goals from UMT. Not quite, because they did score in game 2, but with so many unanswered goals from UMT, Mines are going to have to find a way to just start mounting more and more pressure, getting the ball on net more, and just find a way past the defense, because they usually seem to be good at beating out 2, but it's the last man that causes them so much trouble, as we can see with Hakeru getting a great goal line save and a clear out from Volume Fish. It's still in Mines' favor. Can we see if Perchance can get one in? He's a little bit slow to the ball there. Can't quite find anything. Hakeru taking very slow possession, getting a pinch past 1. It's not super dangerous for Mines, but if they get a questionable clear, maybe not a bad clear, but not a perfect clear, as Perchance just showed, it can still lead to some bad pressure. It looks like one of the orange players was just a little bit AFK for a moment. I think it might have been just a controller disconnect or something of that sort. No big deal. But, I mean, the ball was still in the blue half. This is not what Mines want at all. They want the ball to be exclusively in the orange half, with them almost exclusively having possession of the ball. It's generally how you score in this game. We'll have to see if they can do anything about that. Jado trying to find one mid. He does get 2 trees maybe, but trees is a little bit low on boost. Perchance is there to take it from him. It goes backboard, but Hakeru able to get one out. Can trees find Jado in the midfield? It's just a little bit awkward for Jado, and all of a sudden there's a swarm of orange players ready for the ball. See if Mines can do anything about it. Perchance gets it past 2. Hakeru there to get an air dribble. A bump does come out. We'll have to see what trees can do. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get the 50. But trees still with possession. Gets an air dribble. Dunks it past 1. Gets it past 2. He can't get it past 3. It's been the story of Mines' lives so far. They can get it past 2 easily, but this, when it comes to that one backboard or goal line defense, they just seem to be so, I guess, unstoppable from UMT. Trees getting a bang off the corner, and Hakeru isn't there, and Trees is able to score it in. A much better position from Mines in Game 3. They're still at a loss, but they've cut it in half, as Trees just capitalizes on a simple mistake coming out from Hakeru. Able to put the goal in. And I mean, there's just under halftime left. Anything can happen. We saw UMT go up 2 goals in 20 seconds. So Mines can do really anything in this position. But it's up to them to capitalize on some unfortunate kind of team bumps coming out onto Perchance. But he's there to do something about it still. Great redirect coming out. And UMT couldn't quite save that. I mean, who could with that type of redirect there? Duck was real close, but off that post, it's just deadly. And Mines tie up this Game 3. All of a sudden, they're in a much better position. They still need to go up. They're still down 2 games. But with a tie game and a little bit of momentum in their favor, we might make it only 1, which is a much better deficit for them to be in, if they're in a deficit at all. Perchance clearing it out wide. It's easily collected by Hakeru. Are there any Mines players willing to try and challenge that? Trees was up to dive, and Jada was there to collect, and Perchance is there to try and put it in. Can he put it in? Not quite, as Heikru, the man with the plan, able to get... He's just everywhere. He's been on offense, he's been on defense, he's been in the midfield. He's just been able to get past one, maybe two players and keep possession consistently. But, I mean, Mines have been able to deal with him so far after the past few goals coming out from UMT. We'll see if they are able to make any more goals happen. As a bit of a stalemate comes out. Jado trying to find a double, can't quite find it. Trees is there for a little bit of possession. Great steal of the ball. He's going upfield, trying to find a pass coming out from Jado, maybe? Can he put it in? Oh, can't quite. The game is still tied, so it's not quite as scary for Mines, but they're definitely going to want to find some goals, and the net is open off a bumper for Chance. And Jado taking the lead for Mines. They have 50 seconds to capitalize on this. Come on, Mines. I know I'm supposed to be unbiased, but if you fought this hard to get 3 goals back in Game 3, and you have 50 seconds to hold on to your lead, please just do it. I'd root for that for any team. Heikru taking possession, and Jado just a blue blur on the field despite having 4 boosts to his name. He knows the danger that Heikru can present to him if he has possession. Wanted none of that to happen. Ball's a little bit safe in the blue corner. Of course, Mines not quite wanting it to be on blue at all as they're taking it to the orange half of the field. Trees trying to take possession. He wants more than just a 1-goal assurance. I mean, wouldn't anyone? Against a team that's been able to put away so many just crazy goals so far, as we almost saw one coming out there. Oh, the pressure is mounting for Orange, but it's not quite as dangerous as they want. Trees popping it up high. Can Perchance get a redirect of sorts? He can't quite, but bumps are coming out, and the ball is slowly rolling. All Mines have to do is kill the ball, and they'll win Game 3. Can they do it? The bump's coming out, but it's still up, and Heikru is not able to keep it up, and Mines will take Game number 3 for 1-2 in their favor. We are going on to Game 4. We are absolutely max having at least Game 5 here, and in a 7-game series, that's all you want. I want at least 5 games. A sweep and a best of 7? Bah, stupid. Oh, we're already getting back into Game 4. They're ready for the action. They don't want me to take a break. They don't want to take a break. No breaks. All gas, no breaks. Easy. I'm for it. Easy. I like fast games. I like fast-paced games. I like lots of goals, lots of scoring, lots of gameplay. One stat that I do want to bring out was for this Game 3, Mines had 6 shots to UMT's 3, which is a pretty big statistic, and I think it's extra... it's super important for Mines to have that, because in the past 2 games, or Games 1 and 2, they've absolutely been trumped by UMT's shooting. UMT have had at least like three shots, I believe, on Mines for each game in the series, and with the offense-heavy playstyle that Mines like to have, that's absolutely something they're going to want to have. A bit of an offensive good look from Mines. They've incorporated a bunch of faking and trying to play the game slowly, which is exactly what I want to see. For a team that usually likes to play so fast and pass-oriented, and as a team that's shown that before to UMT in previous series, playing it slow is exactly what they want to do, but maybe not like that, as the ball is really scary. Some team bumps coming out there. Nothing quite came of it, but it was definitely a scary ball, and the ball is still in the blue half and in Orange's possession. Mines definitely want to take a little bit of possession, a little bit of a breather to themselves, get some boost, get some plays, boom it down the field, find themselves. Because at the end of the day, they can play the ball slow all they want, but if it's not what they're used to, it's definitely going to lead to some weird circumstances exactly like that, where there's 4 different players pre-jumping in net, all for each other, and so nobody hits the ball. Jado trying to find a shot on net. It's a little bit weak, and it's saved away easily. But Trees is there to collect it still. Can Jado get a pop up to Perchance? Yes, he can. Perchance can't quite find the ball on net. Still in Blue's possession. It's a bit of an awkward ball. They still keep possession. It's definitely a bit of a definitely flopping around a bit there. Mines want to keep the ball out of their half as much as possible because they know the danger that UMT can put on them. But they can't quite find it just yet. They still have possession. No looks on net have been super scary from UMT yet, which is definitely a good sign for them. Or good sign for Mines. I spoke too soon. I apologize, everyone in the audience. I'm so sorry. Perchance getting a great dunk on Haycrew, but the pass back to him is too deadly for Jado to save at all. It's deadly for anyone to save. And UMT are going up 1 goal. It's still about halftime left. Anything can happen. Mines have shown that. UMT have shown that. But I mean, if you go down if you go down 2 games in your Mines, and you only have 1 game to lose before UMT take the best of 7, definitely not a good look you want. Mines as a team, I'll just say it, they're a little bit prone to mistakes. Not an insult, Mines. It's just kind of how it happens. I'm prone to mistakes. Everyone's prone to mistakes. But if you can only lose 1 game in a best of 7 series, that's not the look you want to go for. As bumps galore come out, and Jado is unable to save the ball by himself. Where were Trees and Perchance? Perchance got a questionable touch out, and Jada was just too bumped to do anything. It looked like Trees was getting boost. UMT going up 2 goals. This is not what Mines want. Not at all, not even a little bit. We'll see if anything can happen from it. Stream's laughing at me.
He's insulting. You should know that I can very well read what he's saying. I just don't want to take away his fun. Because I'm a chill guy like that.
Our Twitch chat is in flames right now. It's burning down. It's a burning building.
It's a one-man fire.
And I mean, I was talking about this the whole time. We were like absolutely engulfed by the flames of the Twitch chat. But Mines almost scored. There was a great shot on net, but it was saved away, or it might have hit the post. I couldn't quite tell. I was too busy reading some dumpster fires going on. We love dumpster fires here. It's the only good way to play Rocket League is when nothing makes sense. 1 minute remaining in Game 4. Mines still have a game advantage. If UMT they have a game disadvantage. And they're trying to make it a tied series, bring it to a best of 3, exactly what they do want. And there's 52 seconds left, easily enough for them to score. Jado, nice touch off the ceiling, but they're still down a goal. Mines are going to have to score real quickly if they don't want UMT to take them to match point in this series. And against a team that's been playing this well coordinated and with so many dangerous looks on net as UMT, the last thing you'd ever want to do is be on match point against them. Perchance was trying to make it a point to not go on match point. And the pressure is mounting for Mines. Can they score it away? Very close look from Perchance. Can't quite put it in. But, I mean, they're just booming the ball back. They're understanding that UMT are waiting for them to give them the ball, and they're trying to keep possession. It's not quite working out as well as they want. Can Jado get back for the save? He almost did, but Volume Fish trying to take it away. There's 15 seconds left, and 2 goals can easily come in 15 seconds, but it's dangerous for Mines. They're going to need to spice up this game. They're going to need to do something, or else UMT will be on match point, and Mines will have to win 3 straight games in a row to take this best of 7 series. I want it to go to Game 7. So regardless of what happens, I want each team to take 3 goals, but maybe not like, or 3 games, maybe not like this though. This is dangerous for Mines. Absolutely very dangerous. Trees maybe a bit in on his own head. It couldn't quite find the dunk on Volume Fish. And the game will go to UMT in Game 4. It's not game yet. Mines have a game against them. And winning 3 straight in a row isn't unheard of. It's not unheard of. It's happened before. Hell, reverse sweeps and best of 5s have happened before, and that's effectively what Mines will have to do in games, hopefully, 5, 6, and 7, or in Game 5, hopefully in Game 6 and 7. But, I mean, what can you do against, what was that? 10 shots to 6. Not a super overwhelming amount of shots by UMT, but you could really see with how much pressure and how many dangerous shots that UMT were putting on net, Mines definitely probably felt a little helpless in this game 4. It's not over. It's far from over. It ain't over until one team wins 4 games. It's never over until that. But with 3 games to win, Mines are definitely probably going to want to play this kind of slow or just revise their game plan a little bit. Maybe go for some fun kickoffs. I want to see some spiced up strategy. Mines usually play the best when nobody knows what's going on. So I want to see them spice up the game, go for even crazier stuff than they have been going for. They've been going for some good redirects, some good shots. Mines, I want to see you make the lobby look like a diamond lobby. I say that kind of jokingly, but generally, if you are Mines, that's when you play the best. It's when you play the most hectic, when you give the most passes, give the weirdest touches ever. So I want to see that coming out from them, as we almost saw that exactly. Perchance getting kind of a nothing burger of a flip reset, but Jado was there to capitalize. That's exactly how Mines plays best, is when you look at a goal and you think, what the hell happened here? That's when they're playing best. And I guess that's when UMT are playing the best too, because what the hell happened here? Volume Fish, the dummy play of this century, and Trees is unable to get the save there. Hakeru, being the MVP of this series so far, able to just slot goals in left and right. It's far from over. There's still 4 minutes and 31 seconds left. Anything can happen, but with an offensive powerhouse as strong as UMT has been showing, and with boosts as low as Mines has been showing, they need to get something fast. We see Duck with possession. Can't find possession into the net, and perchance is able to clear it away to at least a 50-50 by Hakeru. The ball is there for Duck, though, and it's a little bit scary. It's still bouncing out mid, and perchance with low boost has to make the save. He gets it away somewhat easily, and Tree's able to put it away from any immediate offensive looks. But, I mean, the ball hasn't left the blue half yet, and Hakeru is looking for a triple tap. Can he get it in? He can! And, I mean, if you're Mines, it's hard to not get demoralized by this. They've had about 3 boosts for all 3 of them so far in the series. And whenever they do have boost, the ball's just going into their net at an incredibly powerful, unforeseen 7 miles per hour. But it's far from over. Mines have come back from this before, and they want to come back from it again. The demos are coming out. The absolute crazy ball chasing is coming out. But if your Mines even a second of possession, or even just like one whiff touch, like we see from Duck, it could spell the beginning of anything. We've shown that they can capitalize on whiffs very well before. Even earlier on this series, there's one play where Hakeru made just a little miss on the backboard, and Trees is immediately able to capitalize. We just need to see some of those misses coming out, which UMT have not been readily available to give. Ooh, Jada with a nice touch past 1. Can he get it past 2? He can get a dunk past 2. Perchance is up immediately, trying to find one on net. He can't quite find it in. The ball's still bouncing, and Trees is able to get a touch. Can he get another one in? Not quite there, but Perchance can. And he brings the lead of UMT down to only 1 goal, which is scary for UMT, and it's hopeful for Mines, especially with a momentum goal coming out here. And with 3 minutes left, I mean, how many goals can you score in 3 minutes? Like, I think if left unanswered, you've got to be able to score like 10 plus. So anything can happen. And we'll have to see if anything does happen. Trees with a bit of possession. It is a 1v1. Hakeru is there, but Jado's there to follow it up still. All UMT have been doing have just been grounding the ball, and the ball hits the crossbar twice. Demos are coming out galore. There's so much pressure from Mines. Can they get it? Perchance is up for the goal. No, it's off the backboard, and Jado's there. Gets 50'd away. UMT are bleeding boost. They have so little left, but Mines with a misplay. I'm tripping over my own words. Oh, my gosh. The ball finds its way into the blue half. We'll have to see if Mines can take possession again. They need to if they want to start scoring some goals. Get that pressure up, but Duck He's having none of that. He wants this game done and dusted. Haker with some great speed, pass per chance, and Jado is unable to get the read quickly. UMT are up 2 goals. Mines need to score 1 goal every 1 minute and 3 seconds now. We'll have to see if they can. It's definitely been done before. You can score 2 goals in 2 seconds, I think. No, 3 seconds, I think. But I don't think Mines want to wait for 3 seconds to start scoring. Nor would anyone against a team that's shown as much just team play and mechanical prowess as UMT so far. Now Perchance with possession in a 1v1. Can't quite do much against Hakeru. Trees is there for a dunk. It's a little bit awkward for Volume Fish. He's low on boost, and Perchance is high on boost. Can he find a double tap there? No. Duck is there to say no. Jada with possession. He's kind of low, though, and Hakeru gets a booming clear out. Is that just on net? It is! Hakeru being the king of long booming clears so far. That makes the second this series that he's had where he's just caught both Mines players lacking. And, I mean, UMT are up 3 goals. Mines are going to have to score once every... oh, gosh. I can't do math anymore, but they're going to have to start scoring really soon because there's a minute and 15 seconds left, and they are down 3 goals. They're going to need to start slotting in goals left and right. But with how much defense has been shown on the UMT side, with how patient they've been willing to play so far, and with how resilient they've been to even the craziest demo plays, it's looking unlikely for Mines. 1 minute remaining. Perchance able to get a 50-50 out. He gets a clear out, booming clear out, and there's no one in net. Can Trees capitalize on net? No, he backflips! Oh no, Mines. The Hard Rockers have had so many good looks on net, but just some unfortunate misses coming out mean that they can't capitalize on it. It's so unfortunate. Perchance with a slow flip reset play coming out, but Hakeru is there. Mines are high on boost. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Jado, one and done touch. Trees gets dunked out still. Mines need to score pretty much instantly and then start scoring pretty much instantly for this game to come to a close, but it's looking like it's going to be pretty darn hard for Mines to score from this. Maybe they're just going to look for some consolation goals, but it looks like UMT... well, UMT does take it in Game 5 again. I mean, that's a good story to come off of. UMT are really good at beating Mines in Game 5, regardless of the series length. But, I mean, Grizz Maroon showing an absolute masterclass on Mines. They shut them down as easily as you like. If you're Mines, what can you do against the absolute powerhouse offense of Hakeru, and against the stalwart defense of the entire team? I'm not going to try and praise UMT too much, but they did play, generally, I would say, the better series there. And I mean, if you take a best of 7 series in Game 5, obviously you're probably the better team. I will say, Mines, they put up a fight. They made each game close. They had some leads there. They took Game 3. But UMT managed to take the Game 5, and I believe, does that put Mines out of playoffs for NECC for this division? Unfortunately, it will. But that's not the end of us at Hard Rockers. We have so many more games that we played. We're streaming. We got one last game in the playoffs, and that's Overwatch, and that's going to be tomorrow. So stay tuned. You're not allowed to leave anywhere. You're supposed to follow this Twitch channel, keep up to date, turn on notifications, all that stuff, because, I mean, you can't listen. You can't miss the last playoff game in the series. You can't at all. Who would ever want to miss the last playoff games? Alongside our Twitch channel, which you're on right now, make sure to follow and subscribe that, alongside our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter, and our YouTube. On Facebook, you can find us at Hard Rocker Esports. On Instagram, at HardRocker_Esports. On Twitter, at SDMines_Esports. And on YouTube, at HardRocker_Esports. We have a ton of content coming out there, tons of posts, tons of games that we play. When it's in the midst of the season and not closer to the end right here, we're streaming every day of the week, literally every day. 7 days a week, every single day. How many games are we streaming? Like, how many different games? Can you know? 6 different games. 6 different games. If you like a game, generally Hard Rocker are going to have some involvement of it, some esport at all. So make sure you're staying up to date and following us, turning on notifications, all of that good stuff so you don't miss a second of this great action. A quick shout out to our sponsors. Thank you so much to Blue Peak, Live Hospitality, and Omnitech. Special shout out goes out to Blue Peak for being our oldest sponsor and for Live Hospitality for being our biggest sponsor. Again, follow and subscribe to the Twitch channel so you don't miss this ending series and so you don't miss all of the good action that's going to be coming next semester. With that being said, I've been alyz. Thanks for tuning into this stream. We'll see you later.